what we do in the off season, how much of an effect that has on us. Last year I felt like, we weren't as strong, we weren't as physical, we weren't as, all the things that we generally are, for
Coach Brian Rust, head coach of the Apaches, joins us on our pregame show for Pottsville Apache football. And does it really seem like it's game day yet, Coach?
Man, it's been a long time getting here. Really, I mean, we've had a really good off season. Our guys have been just really, working hard and pressing themselves every day. And through the summer, I think we put in more time this summer than we normally do. It just seems like we've really pushed ourselves this year and. Just trying to prepare. This group's done an amazing job of, wanting to be great. So it's been a fun off season, but we're ready. We're ready to get going.
A lot of your guys, we talked about this earlier, a lot of your guys made some really big physical gains in the off season. That had to be really proud moment for you as a coach to see them grow and get stronger and faster.
Yeah, and they even made more of a difference, going from last year, you could just tell, what we do in the off season, how much of an effect that has on us. Last year I felt like, we weren't as strong, we weren't as physical, we weren't as, all the things that we generally are, from our off-season program to get to that point. And last year, it just really seemed like you could tell, we just kind of lost some of that. And, having the off-season again, the guys just, wanted to be great. It was one of those deals where we work out, and we put them in the position, to get better, and it's kind of their job to take the bull by the horn and get better. And every day, man, these guys brought it.
All right, and we've actually finally had some real summer weather recently as preseason camp has gone on. How well are the young Apaches handling the heat?
Really, this in 23 years, I've had some good practice teams. It doesn't happen very often where you have an entire team that you feel like are really good practice players. And this group is one of those groups that, it really doesn't seem like the conditions bother them a whole lot, as far as their mentality in practice and things like that. They just kind of battle through and go on and don't say a whole lot and just keep trying to achieve. So it really is one of the better groups we've had in a while.
Well, I'm on the subject of it being hot at the preseason and hot in our first few games. A lot of home games on the AstroTurf this year, or not AstroTurf. I am showing my age there, but the field turf. That stuff holds the heat pretty well, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, we went out the other day and looked at the. We got this new little toy that shows you the wet globe temperature and heat index and all that kind of stuff. Coach Cobman took it out on the turf the other day. It was about 120 degree heat index. During one of those days. So definitely can hold the heat a little bit. But, really, once you're on it, you don't really notice it necessarily. I think it's just kind of present. It's kind of like the heat out west. Everybody says how hot it is. They hadn't had an Arkansas summer till that'll tell you what heat is. And, it just – I don't think we even worry about it much anymore. Once we're out there, we just roll.
Back in the day, I used to watch the St. Louis Cardinals a lot when they did play on the old AstroTurf in Busch Stadium. And those guys, they'd actually soak their feet in ice water between innings and put wet leaves in their cleats.
Absolutely.
Will we need any of that, do you think?
Maybe. I did actually feel that the other day. It was one of those hot days, and, man, you could really feel the heat coming through on your feet and on your toes. Got toasty pretty quick.
I can imagine. Who are some of the guys, if you can take a second, maybe talk about some of the guys that you feel like really made the biggest gains in the offseason going through the workouts and what have you?
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of a core group of seniors. I really felt like, across the board, we improved and got a lot better throughout the offseason. But top of the board, I would say, would definitely be Cooper Duval. He's kind of been the guy. He's always there. He's kind of always helped us and just continued to get better and better. But he really got after it this off season and really improved his speed, his strength. Got extremely stronger. Extremely, faster. I mean, it's one of those things that's kind of a testament to what you can do if you really put your mind to it. Him, along with Landon Mahan, and Landon was an all-conference player for us last year, and he really put the work in, and all his games are showing so far on the field. KJ Spencer's another one. He kind of went the other way. The other guys gained, 15, 20 pounds muscle. KJ gained muscle, but lost some of the other stuff, and so he lost a little weight, but he's gotten a lot more athletic, a lot quicker, and just really explosive. He was another all-conference guy from last year, that could have kind of just sat and relaxed and said, hey, I'm already pretty good. But he did, and he really, really worked on improvement. In that whole Adrian Hall's another one that, first time to play was last year since his Pee Wee days. And, and he really, that whole group of them really focused on getting stronger and really improving in the weight room and getting better. And, that's the biggest thing. Senior leadership is a thing that we, from time to time with groups, you just miss that. These guys are guys that lead by example and show up every day and do what they're supposed to do, and they really work hard.
You were talking about losing other things. I wouldn't have any idea what you're talking about there, Coach. We'll come back with more Pottsville Apache football pregame show in just a moment. Coach Brian Russ, the head coach of the Apaches, joins us on our pregame show. And Coach, we appreciate you taking the time out of a busy Friday morning. I know one of the things you like to do with your teams is to try to have them kind of gone through this before, how things work on game day. But you've always got a group of sophomores coming up, and game day is always a little different, isn't it?
It is, and again, I really attribute it to the seniors, and we have as a coaching staff too. We've tried to, I think whenever you've done it, been around it as long as I have, and you go through this stuff, and really my coaching staff now is becoming, it's already pretty veteran, but some of the younger guys are now in their fourth, fifth year of coaching, and I think all that really just all I think it's kind of culminated now this year into, understanding and trying to be prepared the best you can, and of course as a coach you're being prepared for them to be prepared, and so we've tried to do a great job this year of getting us lined up where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to do, so whenever you're going through pregame, it's something simple as pregame. It's one of those things where if you have your routine set in stone and you know what you're doing, and then everything becomes natural. It's more like a practice. You go out there and just go through what you normally do, and then there's nothing that's crazy about it or different. So that's really what you want in their minds is game day is the same as every other day. We bring it the same no matter what day it is. It doesn't matter if it's a practice day or a game day, and of course, you and I both know that once that the whistle sounds for that first kickoff in the competition, you're going to be ramped up and all that kind of stuff. But all the stuff leading up to that, you want to just stay even,
Yeah, easier said than done.
Yes.
A lot easier now that I'm 50 than when I was 15 or 16, that's for sure. So let's actually talk about a little bit of X and O kind of stuff, realizing that's not my biggest area of knowledge. But second year in a row, we're going to be opening with the Warriors, isn't it? A VPC. They're going to be making the long drive over from LaPlanto, which isn't the end of the world, but you can see it from there. And it's a long haul to here. So last year we opened with them, and this year we'll open with them for 2 years in a row. They're going to see different offenses than what they experienced last year. If they prepare from last year's scout, they're going to be in for a bit of a surprise when they watch you warm up.
Really are. We kind of been through the kind of